Hello there, Virgo. This is going to be your What Are They Thinking love reading from September 28th to October 5th of 2020. And as I am shuffling these cards, you guys, I am going to be focusing on, like I said, the love reading. Lost my train of thought here, hold on. I'm going to be focusing on basically what are they thinking. And also, I'm going to be doing a live stream. That will be on Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday, at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It'll be about an hour. I'm hoping I can see you guys there. Just come in, join the chat, talk, and I'll be answering questions, and we'll go from there. So, let's shuffle these cards here. And I'm going to shuffle one more time, and then we're just going to go for it. Okay. Alright, Virgo, when I say what are they thinking, I am talking about the person you clicked on this video for. So whoever you're thinking about in a romantic sense, this is going to be drawing on their energy. So let's see what we get. What are they thinking, Virgo? We get the Ace of Wands in reverse. So to me, this is someone who is thinking... Ace of Wands in reverse, I feel like this is someone that could be hard on themselves. This is someone who has a hard time starting new adventures, or new ventures, I guess you could say. I feel like this person is someone who maybe doesn't have a lot of willpower, would be one way of describing it. Someone who doesn't have that fire or passion, or who has to really dig deep to find that fire or passion. The Ace of Wands in reverse, to me, is saying that they could be thinking of a fire sign as well, so Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Having a hard time there. And it could definitely be a card of them just being maybe more lethargic, or maybe feeling just a little more like not quite themselves, I guess you could say. I'm going to draw a card on top of this just to clarify, because the Ace of Wands in reverse is, to me, it's like trouble to start something. They could be going through depression. There could be something there where things they were interested in, they're no longer interested in. It has to do with hobbies and passions, and can do with relationships too. So this person, I feel like, could be very secluded in the way that they're showing their energy right now. So let's look at these let's do a clarifier card here and see what we get. I get the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords upright. Okay, and the Seven of Swords over the Ace of Wands in reverse is, I feel like something's weighing on their mind, and it could be a betrayal. This card is like the stealing card as well, so it could be I feel like when I see this, I'm having trouble sleeping. And when I say I am, right? I'm talking about the person that you're thinking of. So I'm having trouble sleeping, I'm having trouble focusing. It's hard for me to get involved into things, even if I seem like I was passionate about it before. It's hard for me to get involved in things now. So I feel like there could be a depression that's going on right now, or something that's stealing away their thoughts in a direction that's not necessarily positive. It's more like they're dwelling or they're ruminating on something. And I'm getting a sense that they're kind of lost in this world, at least for now. It's like they're feeling more trapped, if that makes any sense. I can draw one more card here on this one, and we get the Hanging Man. So when I see this, I feel like they're putting themselves in this position where they're hanging, but all they need to do is look at this in a different point of view. They need to kind of turn it on its head, so to speak, so that they can see it for what it truly is. I feel like what they're going through is indeed real, but I feel like there's other ways to go through it, and there's ways that we can learn lessons, and we can go through things in that way. So getting a strong sense of someone who is focusing primarily on maybe being more social. I mean, that could be something I could see here. It feels to me like there's definitely a harder lesson for them to go through. When I see the Hanging Man, because the Hanging Man, it's kind of like effortless the way they do things, right? They sort of just see things the way they are. It's like they just go with the flow, and I use that a lot. But to me, that's like the best state to be in. And I feel like if they're resisting it, then that makes it so that they're in pain unnecessarily, right? If I draw another card on that one, I get the Queen of Cups in reverse, which is showing that there's a sense of emotional unfulfillment. So what they're going through, and they could also be going through something with the water sign as well, so that's Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But how I see this is that they're going through kind of a lot of turmoil right now, and this could almost be a Saturn return kind of situation where they're 28, 29, maybe a little bit older, but I'm feeling like a lot of things are changing in their life, and it's hard for them to get a grip on these new things. So if one or two things change, which is usually how life goes, it's like one or two things change, and they're usually minor things, it's easier to handle. I feel like what this person's going through now is an emotional shift, possibly a financial shift, possibly a relationship shift, and all of these things are happening fairly close to each other. So it's hard for this person to feel grounded in a sense of reality because their reality keeps changing, if that makes sense, you guys. That's definitely what I'm feeling here. But let's go into how they're feeling. So what are they feeling? Knight of Cups. So when I see this card, when it comes to emotions, I feel like they feel like they have to go through this, and I get a sense of them doing it alone. They have to do this alone. They have to go through like a rite of passage is almost what I would describe this as, and I can almost hear them saying it too. I'm going through a rite of passage. I'm going through something. Let me go through this. But I feel like they want to do it alone, and they won't reach out to ask other people for help. So I feel like this is a situation where they would have help if they asked, but they're not asking, so they're not getting help. And other people wouldn't look at them and think, oh, you need help. They would hate that. They don't want to be that person. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help, but this person is making it so they're in a situation where they could use somebody, and I don't feel like they're looking at getting help. Now, why aren't they? And we get the Five of Cups. Maybe they feel like they don't deserve the help, or maybe they feel like they're in a situation where I feel like they feel like they don't deserve the help. And then I get the King of Cups in reverse. Again, it's a rite of passage to become the king. It's the rite of passage to become a man or a woman. It's that rite of passage. It's like, I need to do this to become better. But I don't necessarily think, because it's a bunch of cup cards here, and it's how they're feeling, and it's a bunch of cup cards talking about kind of like an emotional knot. So I'm getting a sense that this person's going through an awful lot. It's mainly emotional, and this could be, like, when I see this, I don't see death. I don't see a death that's happened in the family, and that's why they're upset. I see more, it could be a divorce, or it could be a separation of some kind. Or it just could be that things are changing and they're wanting to hold on to it and they're not letting go. Because all they have to do is see the situation slightly differently, and they would realize that it's not as serious as it needs to be. I feel like there's a sense of life is a game, right? And we're never winning or losing. But some people like to think that life is a game that you can win or lose, and you can't. Either one of those is impossible. You're never winning at life, and you're never losing at life. You're experiencing life. You're in it, right? We're not in it to win it, because we don't get anything if we win, even if it was possible. We're all gonna go at some point. And if we take life too seriously, it makes it so that there's no fun. There's no sense of reprieve. There's no sense of rest. It's just this eternal kind of tossing and turning in an endless slumber kind of situation where this person can't let themselves get comfortable enough to experience happiness, right? So that's what I'm feeling here. But how does this person feel about you? Let's look at that. So what does this person think about you? Personally, what does this person think about you, Virgo? And we get the Emperor in reverse. Okay. This will be interesting. Oh, okay. So a lot of this stuff I've already said. I'm sure you're shaking your head and you're going, Okay, this sounds like something. This card here, though, this will be interesting. So this person thinks that you could be very controlling, and you could be someone who is difficult to be around. When I see the Emperor in reverse, that's a controlling card. That's like taking all of the energy and all of the resources you have, and you're contorting it, and you're controlling it, and you're putting a vice grip on everything. That's how this person is seeing it. I'm not saying you're that way, but if you're trying to help them in an emotional sense, they don't want to be helped, and they're not asking for your help. And so for you to come in and think you know better emotionally than they do, and they want to suffer and they want to be in their own world, they view that as very nosy and invasive, and they don't like that. If I draw another card on top of it, we see the Nine of Wands in reverse. So this is their burden to bear. This is their burden to bear. You don't need to come in here. You don't need to do anything. And they don't want to bother you with what they're going through. And nothing can change their mind. If they want to go through this in whatever way, then they're going to go through it in whatever way they feel like they have to. And they do not feel like another person needs to be involved in the situation whatsoever, because even they don't want to be involved in it, but they're in it. But they won't ask for help. Okay, that's a difficult situation because this person feels very stubborn. This person feels very not with the flow, right? That'd be difficult to deal with. The only thing you can do in this situation, from my perspective, again, I'm not a counselor, I don't know all of the ins and outs, of course not, but what I would say that the main thing you could do is just to let things run its course, like let this run its course. Because the more we try to guide this in any direction, the less likely it is to actually go anywhere. This person needs to work through whatever they're working through, and if they feel like they have to work through it alone, then they have to work through it alone. And if it takes however long, then it takes however long. It's just what they're going through. So we can't hurry it along, right? It's like to them it's an act of initiation, like they have to go through this. Other people go through something, it's kind of a dark night of the soul situation, but I don't feel like it's a real dark night of the soul. I feel like it's I'm getting a sense of like I need to do this to appear manly, or I need to do this to appear as a proper person of society, right? Or I need to do this to appear like I know what I'm doing. But when you see the situation that they're in, you see glimpses of it, you're like, this seems like a mess. This doesn't seem like you know what you're doing. And they don't, because they don't know what it is they're doing. I mean, okay. I'm getting frustrated for you, let me put it that way. Let's look at your energy, though. So when you first met this person, what kind of energy did you have towards them? That's so crazy, man. It happens so many readings. Okay, the Devil card. Alright, when you met this person, we get the Devil card, and this card, to me, this is something where we viewed this person as possibly, they could be like an intoxicating figure. They could have been someone who wooed us and beguiled us into a hypnotic state, someone who had that special something. That's what I'm feeling here, is that someone who has a special appeal. They have a certain kind of silent strength. You can't quite put your finger on it, but they have something about them, right? So that's what I'm seeing here. And the Devil card, it can be an addictive personality. So maybe this person made you feel like you were addicted to them in a way, like maybe they kind of siphoned your energy. It could be sort of a narcissistic situation. I'm not necessarily reading that, though. My readings do go that way sometimes, but in this situation, I'm reading someone who maybe doesn't know what they're doing, but they're doing it, right? Which still doesn't make it right. I don't feel like this person has enough emotional mastery to know what's going on in their head, but something's going on. Let's draw a card here and see. So we get the Three of Cups over the Devil card. And so maybe you guys bonded over some sort of... There could be some bonding maybe over an addiction. Maybe you guys both like to drink, or you both like to do something and you bonded over that. I don't feel like it was necessarily a real connection, right? It was more like a topical or a surface connection. It felt good though, but I don't feel like it was necessarily like the connection of a healthy relationship. It feels like more like it was bonding over vices, right? Bonding over a vice or an addiction of some sort. And I say drinking because it's the Three of Cups, right? And the Devil is about addiction, so drinking or something like that. Maybe gambling. Possibly you met in a casino environment. I don't know. That's just what I'm seeing here. For some of you, I feel like it could be online, and for some of you, the person we're looking at could possibly be an Aquarius individual, which would be the Star card. We'll see if that comes up, because let's focus on the present energy and see what it is. It's the Page of Wands. So this is fire sign energy. So how you're feeling presently is you're feeling like a sense of renewed passion, which is good. But you're feeling like you're starting over again, possibly in a project or something. And this is, to me, I see the wands, I see relationships. So you feel like you're starting over again, possibly with this person. And that can be difficult, because why do you need to start over again when you've already known this person? Getting a sense of starting over again, to me, is like maybe you feel like you're learning about this person on a deeper level, and you're starting over again because you're maybe trying to look at it in a way where you're not going off of just your gut instinct. You're actually trying to learn what this person is all about. I'm going to draw another card here. And then we get the Eight of Wands. So this is fast-moving energy right here, and it's over the Page of Wands. So when I see these two cards, I'm looking at a situation where we're learning about this person possibly quickly, very quickly. And this can also be an online situation where this person has reached out to you online and they're talking to you, and things could actually be heating up pretty quickly. I talk about it in my videos all the time. One of the things that narcissists, if this is a narcissist, I'm not saying it is, because the cards aren't necessarily going in that direction, but one of the things that they'll do is they try to get you away from everything you know and love and all the people that are around you, and they try to isolate you into a new foreign situation or place where you don't have any contacts or friends or you're the same job or anything, so that they can kind of influence you more, and they become your own. They become your only source of interacting in the world in some way, like having a more meaningful relationship. So if that's something that's going on, please look into that. I'm just saying, I'm not saying this person is narcissistic. I'm saying, just in case there's a possible tendency towards it, look into that. And look at Lisa Romano, look at a lot of her videos talk about things, and go from there, just because it does feel like it could be possibly a fast-moving situation. And narcissistic people are always trying to get you, like, catch you off guard and trying to move things in a relationship very, very quickly, because they're very, very impulsive. Relationships shouldn't be something that happen fast. They should be something that happen over a period of time. Okay, so in the future, if your relationship with this person, I'm looking at, so let's say 2 months from now, what is your relationship with this person going to be like? And I actually get two cards that color-wise are pretty similar. So we get the Five of Wands in reverse, and then we get the Faith card. Okay, Faith card is also the Taurus card, or the Hierophant card in another deck. So your relationship could be something where I feel like you're going to try and get closer to this person. I don't feel like they're going to like it. I don't feel like they're going to be someone who lets you in a way. I see a lot of fighting. When I see the wands, the Five of Wands in reverse, it's more competitive kind of an energy. And the Faith card is you just saying, please let me in, please let me in. Maybe even silently or in a prayer kind of situation, but I don't feel like it's going to happen, because there's an energy here that's surrounding it that's blocking things off. there's a lot of wand energy here, a lot of fiery kind of energy, and I don't feel like there's a way for you to necessarily get through, unless they wanted you to get through, and I'm not seeing that. And then I get the Two of Swords here. So to me, I don't feel like at this point in time that anything's going to happen with this person, especially in the near future. I would say 2 to 3 months. I don't see anything happening. After the 2 to 3 months, I get the Chariot card, which again is fast-moving energy. So I view this relationship as being hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. And if that's something that's happening, look into that. But then the Knight of... So the Chariot, there's fast-moving energy, and then we have the Knight of Coins, which is going to be something where it's slower moving. Again, that's hot and cold. That's like working with opposites. So I get a sense that we're looking at someone who might be pulling your strings a little bit. I do not feel like they're a full-blown like narcissistic kind of energy, but I do feel like there could be tendencies leaning towards it, because this person comes off as pretty stubborn, and emotionally I feel like they're closed off. I don't feel like they're someone who can... I don't feel like if there was an emotional situation, or if stuff was happening, right? People say shit hitting the fan. I don't feel like if that was happening that you would go to this person. You wouldn't think, oh, my life is I'm kind of going through a lot right now. You wouldn't think of this person as your support first thing. You would think of a lot of other people, and then this person would come up as possibly a love interest, or maybe a lust interest. I don't know, but I don't feel that there's enough here for an emotional support system for a person. But that's what I'm feeling, you guys. So let me know down in the comments if this resonated, and if it did resonate, you can look into getting a private reading with me. You can go to my website and purchase a private reading. And again, Wednesday, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I'm going to be doing that live reading for about an hour. I hope you guys got some insight from this reading, and please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. It helps out a ton. I truly mean that. And yeah, I will talk to you guys on Wednesday. I hope to see you guys there, and I want you guys to take care.